Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be an off-racing Sharp versus Artosis, a replay sent to me by RJB. No big surprise there, but I don't know why Sharp is off-racing, but maybe for fun on the ladder, I guess? Alright, so bottom right, on Circuit Breakers, it's going to be Sharp. 400 APM here on the top right, it's going to be Artosis under his well-known name, Valks. So, I don't know how RJB got this replay, but I feel like Sharp is in a different league than Artosis, but maybe by off-racing, Artosis has a chance? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, and you don't either. That's why you clicked on this. So we got Terry the Overlord here today. We got Terry the Overlord t-shirts at falconpaladin.store. We also have Steve the SCV t-shirts there as well, and a newcomer, Robert the Zealot, at falconpaladin.store on a t-shirt as well. So check out falconpaladin.store for all of your merch needs. There are hoodies, there are mugs, there are pillows. Wait, are the pillows there anymore? Maybe they were discontinued. I don't know. Check it out at falconpaladin.store. We will ship anywhere except for North Korea. So this is either an overpool or a hatch first timing. Here from, oh, there we go. So it's going to be a hatch first timing here from Sharp on this giant 4-player map that is fairly Terran favored. So that's another bit of trivia in favor of Artosis. Steve the SCV moving out. What up, dude? Man, I'm casting this on, let's see, June the 1st. I just saw, let's see, Across the Spider-Verse. The second one, right? Yeah, there's your hatch first play. The sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, which, man, was a surprise major hit, wasn't it? A couple of years ago when that thing came out. Massively cool. Just one of the greatest Spider-Man movies ever. Some people have said maybe it's the best one, and I think this one's even better, dudes. Big, humongous fan of this movie. I am going to warn you, some of the trailers said this, but it wasn't very clear, I think, in the marketing. It's a part 1. So you're going to go into this film, you're going to have a great time. It's going to be super fun, super entertaining. The visuals are mind-blowing. The characterization is really good. The voice acting is super hot, too. The animation is beautiful. The different styles will knock your socks off. And then it will be like, the end. You're like, but wait, nothing's resolved. The story is still... What? There's tension. Yep. We'll resolve that in a couple years on our next film. It's like, okay. I was very sad because I don't watch trailers for stuff that I'm going to see anyway. And I was definitely going to see this. So I didn't watch any trailers and I didn't know it's a part 1. And I was sitting there in the movie theater bummed out. So I'm trying to save people from the same fate as myself. Okay. All right. Anyway, I do recommend it though. This completely non-sponsored segment. Man, I should get paid for talking about this stuff, shouldn't I? Anyway, oh, is this... Wait. Yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse. March 29th, 2024. Oh! So it's supposed to come out less than a year from now. Alright, fine. I was worried it was going to be like 2 years from now and I was going to be sad. But nope, less than a year. Still grumpy, but less grumpy. Okay. So, Ling showing up here from Sharp. Enough Marines to handle it. There's just, these Lings are going to be annoying, but... Artosis is going to handle this, no problem. He's got guys with guns. Guys with guns have solved a lot of problems in the world, huh? And created many problems, too. Lair finishes. Spire timing. He has a drone ready to go, man. Drone ready to go on that Spire. So, let's see how Artosis is going to deal with Sharp's Mutalisk play. What? Again, if you're like, man, I never thought we'd get to see a Sharp off-racing versus Artosis game. Amazing. You should check out RJB to thank him for sending me this replay, right? YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Steve the SCV gets out of there. His scouting mission is complete, but he wants to stay alive as well. Good on you, dude. Academy coming in. Nothing too crazy here. I mean, Artosis isn't someone to really do too much by way of non-standard play, right? He's just going to play a solid build, try to out-execute the player with it, try to get the timings all hot and juicy. Ooh, SCV down, third Hatch coming up bottom left here. Engineering bay on the way. Yeah, right? Like, when was the last time we cast an Artosis game, or you saw an Artosis game that was like, whoa, what a crazy, wild, out-of-nowhere build? It's like, nah. He'll proxy sometimes, right? That's cool. But, like, he's just not... I don't know. When's the last time, like, he went to Port Wraith, right? Has he done that? I don't watch his stream, to be honest with you. Not that much, anyway. I like going there, but by golly, the text-to-speech donations are the most annoying thing in the entire world. I don't know how... his viewership has weaponized the text-to-speech donation system to the extent they have, but they're committing more crimes every time, man. Whatever. It's money that goes to Artosis, and I support that fully because Artosis is a cool dude. But, man. Yeah, I just don't like going to his streams for that very reason. But, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys that watch Artosis can tell me. Does he do non-standard out there stuff fairly frequently, or is that a pretty rare occurrence? My understanding is that it's rare. That's all. Turrets coming in, because guess what? Mutas are on the way. And in fact, here they are now. So turrets are up at the natural base. Mutas just poking, popping, trying to get the SCV building that turret. No, says the Marine positioning here from Artosis. Dang. Okay. You know what? If I didn't tell you this was Artosis, and I said this was a light or something, you'd probably believe me, right? This is sick timings. This is great positionings. This is him not losing anything in the first 6.5 minutes of this game. Not a single thing is out except for the scouting SCV Steve, rest in peace. So, he's playing this great. Again, this is the power of playing Standard. Is that if you play Standard enough, your timings are amazing. And you can get so good at Standard, you can be mistaken for somebody like Light, you know? Maybe somebody like Sharp. +1 flyer coming in. This is a pretty big commitment to mutas out of our guy Sharp here. He knows how annoying a commitment to Mutalisks is when he's playing Terran, so that's why I like watching people off-race against their main race, because they know what's good against them, and so they know to do it. It's one of the reasons that Light's Protoss is maybe, like, I feel like 3rd or 4th best Protoss in the world, because he knows what kills him to such an intimate extent. Oh, this is not going well for Artosis, is it? Not really, no. But he knows what kills him to such an extent that he knows how to visit it upon his Terran enemies as Protoss to an extreme level. Look at him pulling the wounded mutas out, and he's just coming in with the ones that are healthier. That's really good. Really good. So 64 to 59 supply right now. Terran is up, not too surprising this stage of the game, but this Ling Muta stuff is allowing the 3rd base to come up, bottom left, for Sharp, while he techs into a Hydralisk den, gets Lurker Aspect started, there it is, bam, pop it in now. But, I don't know, I mean, Artosis, other than he's kind of losing this whole Muta stack game, other than that, I think he's okay. He's got a starport coming in, he's going to get a science facility and get a radiate and stuff. I don't know why there's a drone all the way up here. Because of the rally, that's why. You know what's cool about StarCraft 2? I know you guys hate StarCraft 2, but man, you can tell your workers to rally immediately to minerals, and then your army units have a separate rally. Like, that alone is like the nicest thing in the entire world if you're a Zerg player. It is truly awesome. And I know you guys don't like StarCraft 2, and I understand that the quality of life improvements make you rage and are very upset, but you know what? I like all StarCraft. I like StarCraft 1. I like StarCraft 2. StarCraft is good. All right, enough antagonizing my viewers. I'm going to knock that off now. Queen's Nest on the way from Sharp. Trying to get into ye old Defiler Mound and Adrenal and all the great stuff that makes Zerg so scary and so hard to deal with. For the Terran, that's Science Vessels, right? In this matchup, it's Science Vessels. Once you start irradiating everything left and right, the Zerg player hates their life and they want to die because they're Defilers. Pop out and they get maybe a Consume and a Dark Swarm up, and then they get irradiated and die. Ultralisks get irradiated as soon as they come within 8 miles of a Terran base. Just tough. It's really a tough look for Zerg players everywhere. The best Zerg players can overcome it. And just like the best Terran players can overcome Dark Swarm and Plague, and Ultras and Adrenalings, right? A lot of it's macroing, especially with this SK Terran style. Using this high ground to pretty good advantage here. Yeah, you know what? Sharp's Muta stacking is pretty effective. His Muta micro is not bad. You surprised by that? No. Again, anyone whose name is good enough that you're like, okay, that's like a top 10 player at their race in StarCraft right now. Their off races are really, really good. You should never be surprised that someone who is an elite Terran Zerga Protoss player is good with a race that is not their main. Alright, so lurkers are up. This little attack is fated to die. Or at least it's not getting up this ramp. Not with a lurker there, not with another lurker coming in, not with another lurker morphing in, and another lurker joining the party. Yeah, Nope. Maybe Artosis was just kind of baiting the mutas into killing. A couple of the mutas died there. They do have +1 attack, but the time of the Mutalisk is over. The time of the lurker is now. And the time of the Hive is now. And the time of the Defiler Mound is now. And the time of Adrenal is now. These times all overlap a little bit. Like in history, right? You're learning about world history, and you learn about stuff like... I don't know. Like, certain things are happening at the same time. Certain eras of countries are having histories and epochs at the same time, and you just never really realized that was the case, right? Like, Abraham Lincoln was president in the United States at the same time there were samurais in Japan, right? So that's crazy. You don't ever think about that really being the case, but yeah, the time of the samurai overlapped with the time of Abraham Lincoln being the president. So there's just a bunch of stuff like that. Just overlapping times, and that's what I mean, right? Time of the Hive, time of the... There you go. Adrenal, time of the Defilers. It's all the same time. Not really different locations, though, right? All in the same locale here. So, I don't know. You didn't click on this probably expecting an Artosis win, but... crazy stuff happens in StarCraft, y'all. Scourge, no, not connecting on that science vessel. Lurkers don't have any Dark Swarm protecting them either. Coming across this bridge seems dicey. Artosis decides to go for it, and ow, 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 ow. Defensive Matrix Marine says, not ow. I got this. Uh-oh. He's left alone, though. Nice snipe on that science vessel, though. Okay. All right. Any third base signs from Artosis here? 3-basing terrorism when it gets really scary. Everybody knows that. Everyone's got that note pasted to their refrigerator. It's just a post-it note, and it says, when Terran gets scary. And then it's underlined, and then below it says, 3 bases. It's true. Everyone should remember this. So still a bunch of mutas remaining. I mean, again, he hasn't made them for a while, so they're all kind of injured, but still got +1. They're still a little bit scary. They can help pick off these science vessels where maybe the Scourge can't get it done as easily. So, or you just get irradiated. Yeah, Defiler gets irradiated. Look, Dark Swarm, and then die to irradiate. What did I say was going to happen in this game? Rest in peace, Defiler, bro. So third base rolling from the Zerg. He's got a Nidus for reinforcements, macro hatches. You know, Falcon loves a good macro hatch. There's at least 3 of them on the field at the moment. Not a crazy number. Yeah, and getting up this ramp's really not going to work either. There's 4 lurkers sitting on top of each other. There's a Nidus for Dark Swarm reinforcements instantaneously as necessary. These Lings are trying to go for a death run by. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do, but they're dead. They have Adrenal, which is nice. Are they one of these Lings that has Adrenal and no upgrade? They've got Carapace. They have +1 Carapace and Adrenal. So that's cool. Ultralisk Cavern is on the way. All right, man. So here we go. It's going to be Ultras, going to be Lings, going to be Mutas as long as they exist, going to be Lurkers, going to be Plague, going to be Dark Swarm. Against Marines, Medics, probably some Firebats starting to get added to the mix here at this stage, and then the Science Vessels are the key to this whole darn thing. You don't make tanks, you make a million Science Vessels, you irradiate everything, you have infinite detection for all of the Lurkers that you're dealing with because you're just making Marines and Medics, man. So the Zerg player has to make Lurkers to deal with it. Hey, third base running from Artosis. All right, maybe expanding up the top left here to a 4th base. I like it. I like what we're seeing here. Man, Artosis, I think he's acquitting himself quite well through 14 minutes in this game. He's playing about as well you could expect a Terran player to perform. Does he just take control of this ramp? Kind of. His army's not really in position to get down here. Chitinous plating, no surprise. 3 Ultralisks at a time, no surprise either. Alright, so Sharp taking his own 4th base. Artosis has been considering expanding top left for a hot minute. Hasn't quite pulled the trigger yet, just kidding. There's a command center down here. Interesting place for it. I guess it can sort of wall off against incoming attacks while it's under construction, but I don't think that's actually possible either. Yeah, see, Firebat's coming in. The Ling count going to be nuts because you need a lot of Lings as a mineral offset for all the gas you're spending on Ultralisks and Lurkers and Defilers and Scourge, yeah? That's why the Firebats are a big deal. Because there's going to be a lot of Lings. Man, just irradiate, irradiate. Double Dark Swarm makes it feel like you're seeing double. There it is. Now it's just 1 Dark Swarm. Yeah, everybody's irradiated. The Ultras do not have speed yet, but they do have chitinous plating. They're a little tough. This group's gonna die. See you later, Marines. It's like, we can deal with these Ultras. They don't have full upgrades yet. They only have 5 armor. They don't have speed. They can't close the distance very well. We're gonna irradiate them, maybe? Oh, yeah, look at Artosis not irradiating this Ultra because it's right up close to his Marines. Scourge getting 1 hit, but that's it. What the heck? Artosis is kind of winning, you guys. And by that I mean really winning. Okay, maybe get the hatch. Or kill the Lurkers. Okay, that one's in the Dark Swarm. Killed. Okay, hatch down. 4th hatch down for Sharp here. Retreat. Retreat through the Dark Swarm with nothing in it. So it's not as scary. But it's still kind of scary. Oh, these guys. No, why are you here? Get out. Get out. I think you accomplished a lot, man. Wiping out that 4th base. I guess this is the 4th base now, but it's only minerals. Remember all those things I listed that Zergs need for gas? It was a lot of stuff, wasn't it? Dude. Artosis is expanding to a 4th and a 5th base now. He's up 173 to 115 supply. This is not looking great for our off-racing Sharp, is it? Boy, this might be one of the more impressive wins from Artosis I've ever seen, if he can pull this off. I mean, we have a minute to go here yet, right? This is not over. It's not over till it's over, and this Ling Ultra stuff can be really tough to deal with in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing. So this group is all going to die. But their reinforcements will avenge their buddies, which is nice. Scourge connecting on a couple of those science vessels while Lurkers and Ultras getting connections on the ground. Okay, this was the kind of engagement that Sharp needed if he was going to win this game. Oh, Scourge. 2 more solid connections there. Just run from the Ultra. He is sick. He will die. Not enough money to re-expand down here. I think Sharp needs to make this a priority. He needs a 4th base. Well, I guess it's the 5th base now because this is the 4th. Against what Artosis is doing. 46 SCVs for Artosis. Nice plague. Oh, not a nice plague. Only 2 Marines got caught by that plague. Pretty good, I guess, plague dodge out of Artosis there. Not bad at all. Man, hit that like button if you haven't already. This is a pretty good ZVT. Gotta say, Artosis doing very well. I'm going to give him, like, honestly, an A- here for how he's been playing. Has it been the best control? No. But it's hard. It's hard to have the best control when you're controlling this many Marines and medics and firebats, and you gotta watch your science vessels this closely, and you're going back home and starting new cycles of production on your barracks all the time. Just throwing... Okay, throwing some wings away there for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, Ultras can't do anything about this without any Dark Swarm support. 1 science vessel down, 3 more remain. Other Scourge get picked off by the Marines on the ground. Hatchery gonna die. 180 to 127 supply here. Artosis is kicking butt, taking names. Sharp, if he's going to win this game, he has got to be on the offensive at some point. He can't just play defense like this. I would honestly probably send this group across the map. You can take this down, at least force a liftoff, right? But then can you defend this area? Kind of. Where are the Scourge at? These science vessels are unsupported. Yeah, so exactly. Counterattacking, coming up here, forcing an SCV evacuation from the top left. He's got a Ling. Could get inside this mineral line. That Ling has +1 attack now. That's nice. Hold the ramp. Great. Nicely done holding the ramp. Yeah, lifting that command center. Not the most amazing thing, but pretty good. I love this Ling's job is taking down a command. There it is. Going after these SCVs now. And will he get any kills? The answer is he's got 1 HP left. And he's got a kill. And no. All right, 1 kill. Has to be enough. Engagement in the bottom left. Artosis is getting shoved away here. 161 to 124 supply. Plague residing on a couple of these Marines down there too. Science facility getting hacked to death by Ultras and Zerglings, forcing a liftoff there. Irradiated Ultralisk doing all right. Well, actually not irradiated. Not irradiated Ultralisk doing pretty good against Plague Marines. And oh boy. Suddenly we're at the stage of the game where Sharp feels comfortable enough just sending Lings and Ultras across the map on a full send scenario. And now Artosis finds himself entirely on the back foot. Ultras. Man, imagine if they had Splash. Imagine how good they would be. Artosis, if he can take down this bottom left base, it's going to be a massive, massive deal for him. Can he do it? Irradiated Ultralisk in amongst your peasantry. No. 150 to 130 supply. Artosis' lead is here, but it's not as juicy as it was a minute ago. It's another lift off on this 4th base of Artosis. That command center really doesn't want to be here for any longer. No, look at these medics blocking that ramp. SCV is staying here too long. No, the science vessel's unsupported. Oh, tried to save it, couldn't. Oh no, it's the battle cruiser curse. Ah! Oh, Artosis, you are up. You are up. You are sitting pretty. And then Sharp just got into his macro overwhelm you with stuff strategy, and I think that's it. Artosis is on 3 bases. He just lost his 4th and his 5th. His SCV count is plummeting disgustingly here to these Adrenalings with 2 attack and 3 armor. They're not full cracklings yet, but they're working on it. Okay, Zerg player supply blocks. That might buy some time here, but if you can hold on to this bottom left corner, this is it. This is the last hurrah from Artosis. He's pushing in. He scans. He sees what he's dealing with. Not a lot. I'm going to irradiate a lurker or 2. Dark Swarm does come up. What does that irradiate? He irradiated a Ling? That was probably a misclick. He was probably going for that Defiler who wants a Plague so bad. There it is. Oh, that Plague is so brutal. Meanwhile, Sharp continuing on a rampage up to the 3rd base of Artosis. Really didn't, no surprise there, right? Well, the Ultralisks are doing Ultralisky things. That Plague is huge. And making some Mutas, some Scourge to help try to wipe out these battle cruisers, but nope. Mutas have to get out of there. They're all previously injured. God, that Plague was so big. And it's 125 to 101 supply. Not where you want to be if you're a Terran player playing against an elite Zerg player. I mean, okay, is this elite Zerg play? It's very good Zerg play. But I don't know that Sharp's Zerg is like top 5 and top 10 in the world, you know? It's good. He knows what to do. He knows what the current meta is. 139 to 94 supply. Artosis is... I don't know what the plan is here. The plan is for the battle cruisers to get 87 kills apiece and win this thing for the Dominion. Got a lot of Marines down here, but gee, it's 41 to 17 workers in favor of Sharp, and yeah. Wow, that game really turned on a dime, didn't it? Artosis had a massive lead, and then all of a sudden, Sharp just started churning out attack after attack after attack after attack. And it wasn't the most cost-effective stuff we've ever seen. But it was enough. And that's kind of how Zergs operate, right? It's not the most cost-effective stuff you've ever seen, but it's enough. It's always enough. I mean, it's not always enough, but it's very rare that it's an incredibly cost-efficient victory, you know? That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know it's true. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. All right, man, that's it. We're done. We are finished. 122 to 77 supply. Artosis has stopped microing. His battle cruisers are racking up those kills. 10 kills and 6 kills apiece. Trying to reestablish this third. He's got new science vessels. It's a new dawn of a new era upon the land. Science vessels are getting scourged to death, but only some of them. He's going to try to boxer maneuver this bottom left corner. Okay, good, good. Or the eraser method, if you want to call it that. I find boxer maneuver to be a more interesting and descriptive name. And honoring a great player of the time, Boxer. Ooh, by the way, there is a Boxer game coming soon. Oh, gosh. So keep your eyes open for that one. A Boxer game from like 2019 where RW was able to pull up the replay for that. Amazing. Okay, so the science vessels are dead. The third base is up. GG, never mind. It doesn't matter. Artosis taps out and Sharp. Zerg Sharp is our winner. Boop. In 26 minutes and 25 seconds. So, yeah. I mean, look. Artosis survived for 26 minutes against Sharp. Sharp was off racing, yes. But still, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what Artosis managed to do here today, and I think you should be impressed too. Right? Artosis is a great player. He held his own until all of the ingredients and all of the pieces and all of the recipe was ready to go for the Zerg, yeah? Lings with Adrenal, Ultralisks with Speed and Kindness plating, Dark Swarm and Plague. Once those things existed, suddenly it was a lot harder for Artosis to hold his bases. He made battle cruisers, which is a terrible omen. Like a really, really bad omen. But yeah, nicely done. Sharp knows how to play Zerg. We've learned that today. His Zerg is very good. I don't think it's weak whatsoever. 181,000 points there from our Zerg 159 for the Terran. Out producing by a 2-to-1 ratio here was Sharp today. My brain really doesn't want to say Sharp as the Zerg player, but I'm doing my best. And then yeah, they both killed similar numbers of units, but then when you outproduce 2-to-1, you're going to have a pretty good time. And then resources here too, outspending Artosis by golly. I mean, 25,000 resources, something like that. I'm good at math. I'm not good at math. 15,000 resources? Whatever it is, it's a bunch. I thought Artosis would be a lot closer in this, considering he had a 4th and a 5th base rolling as much as he did. Huh. Huh. All right. So that was fantastic. Well done there, Sharp. Good job with the Zerg. And yeah, check out Artosis, man. I'll put a link to his Twitch and his YouTube channel in the description, okay? All right, so that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.